Hey boos, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make seafood Alfredo. For seafood, we are going to be using jumbo shrimp, scallops, and crab meat. So stay tuned and I'll show you guys how to make this restaurant quality meal in the comfort of your own home. So for this recipe, we will be needing 2 pounds of jumbo shrimp, 1 pint of heavy cream, 1 bag of creamy Parmesan chicken sauce, a half a pound of bay scallops, 4 tablespoons of butter. Yes, use butter, not margarine. 4 tablespoons of cream cheese, clam juice, 1 bag of Parmesan cheese, 100% lemon juice, olive oil, and I like to add crushed garlic, rosemary, thyme, and sage to mine. And that just really helps me infuse it with different flavors, as well as enhancing the flavor of different dishes. So definitely give this a try. Then you want to use your favorite pasta, whether it be linguine or fettuccine noodles. Then I am using 1 can of crab meat, 4 garlic cloves, 4 tablespoons of flour. And for seasonings, we'll be using parsley flakes, Creole seasoning, garlic and pepper seasoning, black pepper, cayenne pepper, Italian seasoning, and paprika. All right, so let's get into the video. So first, I'm going to start off by seasoning the shrimp, and I'm going in with 1 teaspoon of Creole seasoning, a half a teaspoon of garlic and pepper seasoning, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of parsley, and 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. And then you just want to mix everything until it's well combined. And once I'm done with that, I'm just going to set that aside so I can season these scallops. I'm keeping it real simple. I'm just going to add 1 teaspoon of Creole seasoning. And then I'm just going to mix that up, and then I'm going to set that aside as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna put my fire on low heat. That way I could saute my shrimps and scallops. Then I'm gonna coat my cast iron skillet with a generous amount of olive oil. Now I'm just gonna let that heat up. Once that has heated up, I'm gonna add in 4 cloves of garlic that I have chopped up finely. And we're gonna cook that for about no more than 2 minutes. Alright, so now I can add in my shrimps and my scallop. I'm also going to turn up my fire to medium heat. And I'm going to let the shrimp and scallops cook for no more than 5 minutes. You want to make sure you don't cook these shrimps all the way because they are going to cook later on in the Alfredo sauce. Also guys, be sure to check the description box where I give you the full recipe and step-by-step directions. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss a new recipe every week. Okay, so now we are going to take the shrimp off the fire. That way we do not overcook it. As you can see, it is not fully cooked. It is about halfway cooked, but that's okay because we're going to cook that later in that sauce. Now we're going to bring that fire back down to a low heat so we can make our roux. As you can see, I have left the juices from the shrimp because that is added flavor. So right now I'm adding in 4 tablespoons of butter, and then we're going to add in 4 tablespoons of flour, and then we are going to whisk everything together. I'm going to keep whisking this until it is a paste-like consistency. It's almost going to look like cake frosting. Once it starts to bubble up like this, that is when you know it is time to add in that heavy cream. I'm adding in a pint, but here's the trick to this. You want to warm up that heavy cream in the microwave. Now, you don't want to make it steaming hot, but you just want to make it lukewarm. And you want to gradually add in that heavy cream. That way we're not here stirring for hours. And as you can see, I'm just gradually adding in that heavy cream like I said earlier. And we are just going to keep whisking this until it's a smooth consistency. Okay, so now I'm going to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of cream cheese. This is just going to help my Alfredo be a little more creamier. And then I'm going to add a cup of clam juice, and that just really enhances that flavor as well as not making my sauce so thick. And then I'm going to whisk that until that is a smooth consistency as well. Okay, so once that is well combined, I'm going to add in a bag of creamy Parmesan sauce. You can totally skip this step. I just use this to stretch out my sauce a little bit. I like to have more sauce than pasta. And as you can see, the sauce is starting to really come together. It's looking really smooth and creamy. So now I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning and 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. And then I'm going to add a bag of Parmesan cheese, and we are going to give everything a good stir. Now that I am done making my Alfredo sauce, I'm going to add back in the shrimps and the scallops, and I am not going to lie, they look delicious, and I could honestly just eat them just like that. Alright, so now I'm going to add in a can of crab meat. I definitely recommend using the Chicken of the Sea brand instead of using the Bumblebee brand that I'm using right now, especially if you're looking for bigger, actual chunks of crab meat. Alright, so now I'm just going to stir everything together and let that cook on low for about 2 minutes and set that aside because that is done. And now it is time to boil my pasta. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt to my water. And once that water has came to a boil, I'm going to add in the linguine. And I'm going to boil this pasta for around 7 to 8 minutes, making sure that I'm coming back in the kitchen to stir it occasionally. That way the pasta does not stick together. Then of course I'm going to drain the water as well as adding about maybe 3 tablespoons of butter and mixing that together. And now I'm just going to take that pasta and add it to that Alfredo sauce. And I like to mix it together while I'm adding in the pasta just so I have a good idea of how much pasta I need to add to it. That way I don't add too much pasta to my sauce, if that makes any sense. Once I'm done adding all the pasta, we are just going to fold that pasta into that sauce. And you just want to make sure every piece is well coated in that Alfredo sauce. As you guys can see, that pasta Alfredo is super creamy, and that is definitely what I was going for with this recipe. Alright, so now that it is basically done, I'm just going to add some parsley to garnish. You guys could definitely skip this step. I'm just doing this for presentation purposes. And now it is time to plate this. This recipe was definitely a hit. You guys definitely should give this recipe a try. I'm telling you, all I'm missing right now is some garlic bread to go with the Alfredo. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys usually serve your Alfredo with. And that is the final product, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this recipe in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.